So, by the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan trusted name you could trust when it comes to all things reactions. And as you can see, I'm wearing a Chelsea jersey. And do you know what? Look, immediately you see my hate watch this season: Newcastle versus Liverpool, PSG versus Arsenal. Why would you Why would you want to do a hate watch? I don't understand it. Yeah, like I don't understand it. Like me personally, I don't understand it. Why would you want to waste your time watching someone or a team you hate? You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, so I want to see. I want. So I want to try and react to. I'll just go to this instead. So I'm trying to see if I can actually watch the clips, but yeah, they might block it. You know what I mean? Whereas if I go to their website, you know what I mean? So listen, if you're a Chelsea fan, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification. I almost forgot to mention that. Anyway, the UEFA Technical Observer Group has selected 2024 to 25 UEFA Conference League Team of the Season. Just say Chelsea Football Club, because I remember at the start of the season, if you go to their Twitter account, they was consistently posting everything on anything to do with Chelsea Football Club. Now, you cannot tell me, yeah, I know some people have tried to belittle the competition, yeah, but it is a UEFA competition, all right? It's certified. So why are you disrespecting in the first place? It's within the season. It's not like a preseason type of trophy. It's actually within the season. Even like when you think about the UEFA Super Cup, that is like technically within preseason. You know what I mean? But it's still a major honor. But anyway, I digress. And I'll get into that in a minute in terms of major trophies and stuff like that. But yeah, they were posting Chelsea every now and again, like every chance they got, every opportunity. That's all they want to do. Why this? Anyway, there you go. Hold on. Nope. You don't want to print it. I don't know why it's doing this, but anyway, team of the season. All right, so Jorgensen, goalkeeper. See, all right, let's talk about the goalkeepers. All right, let's take focus on Europa Conference League. You know what I mean? All right, Sabali, Tosin, Nathan, Gossins. All right, I'll give them that. Midfield, Enzo Fernandez, Isco, Sisla, Palmer's in there. See, this is where they messed up. The team of the season, yeah. Now, obviously, I didn't watch every single Conference League game. Yeah, I didn't. This is how they should do team of the season. Who's had the most clean sheets? Yeah. Then you got to put in the statistics. Who's had the most tackles as a left back, right back, centre back? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do it that way. Then, as far as midfielders are concerned, who again do it based on the stats that midfielders are supposed to have. Same thing with the forwards. Do it based on the forwards. Like to put Palmer in there, like don't get it twisted. Like he is a good player. Don't ever get twisted. But to put Palmer in there, but not to put Mark Gu or even Mudryk or Felix, to not put them in the team of the season, I think that's a disrespect. Or Jadon Sancho for that matter, or Christopher Nkunku. Do you know what I mean? Like he was balling out in this Conference League. He was balling out. Who else? Do you know what I mean? Even Mark Correa should have been in this team of the season. That's my personal perspective. All right. I'm not just saying that as a Chelsea fan. I'm just saying that based on stats alone. All right. Oh, speaking of stats. All right. Look, stats. Top scorer. Let's look at the top scorer. Who's the top scorer? But yeah, man, like, oh, makes sense. 8 goals, fair enough. 8 goals. Mark Gu was 6. If he wasn't as injured as much, he probably would have finished on 9 or 10. I feel like Christopher Nkunku was on 5, but again, we don't really look at that. We don't look at that. I do want to look at the Chelsea one, to be honest, where everyone was. But again, we don't really want to look at that, do we? We have to understand who's number 1, and it's this guy. So I get it. He has to be in the team of the season. Makes sense. Now that makes sense. Club stats. It's all for you. So I'm doing that songs in my head. I see you staring at the corner of my eye. All right. So matches played. Real Betis played more games than us. However, Chelsea have won 12 out of the 13. So we won 12, drawn 0, and only lost once. And we didn't we lose to Sevilla? So does that count or not count? Don't know. You tell me. Anyway, no. Anyway, forget all that. Maybe the team of the season is based on the stats, but from what I'm seeing, I don't know. It kind of would make sense. Let's see. I want to get to the match, the final. There you go, the final. Because that's what we came here for, right? Because I'll be honest, yeah, when everyone would say, "Oh, Chelsea are the favourites, they should have won it anyway," blah blah blah, and then now that we have won it, people want to moan and groan and say it's a little club. You shouldn't be celebrating that. It should be for smaller teams to be. Listen, we only got into the competition because of Manchester United winning the FA Cup, because that's how they qualify for the Europa League, which they managed to fumble and lose to Spurs. What are we talking about? All right, so so Real Betis versus Chelsea. Now, I would watch the highlights if it was actually possible without them doing copyright blocks and all that stuff there, but we can't. All right, so but what I will say is this: I do believe, and this is just one of those ones that when I was watching the first half, I was like, yo, the first 20 minutes, Chelsea looked nervous. They looked very, very nervous. I don't know what that was down to. My thoughts were, why wasn't Reece James starting? And that was my main thought. Why was he on the bench? It's the last game of the season. It's a final. He is your captain, and he's on the bench. Make it make sense. Yeah, you understand? You get like I understand, but then it's like I understand trying to manage his health and fitness. I understand that, but to me, I feel like if he's fit enough to play, he's fit enough to play, bruv. But listen, the tactics worked at the end, so we can't applaud Enzo Maresca for his tactician and his organization skills in getting the team to perform and deliver. Like you could easily just say, "Oh, the tactic and the plan was this at the first half, and in the second half, that's what I mean." The second half, like it really was a tale of two halves, right? And I tell you why it's a tale of two halves. They basically put themselves in a position where if it was 2-0, would we have come back? Maybe, who knows? We have come back from 2-0 before and won the game against Tottenham. But other than that, though, in all seriousness, I do think like the experience of having Isco, I don't know how to pronounce the name, that helped them. The battle with Anthony and Cucurella. Cucurella had him in his back pocket all game. Cucurella had Anthony in his back pocket all game. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, then obviously when we in the second half when we scored the equalizer, I was like, all right, cool. But I'm not gonna get too hyped. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get too hyped. I'm just not gonna do it. Nope, 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 nope. Not me. Not me. Not me. All right. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not going to do it. And then, like, it says the event. Anyway. So I'm trying to see what else that we could look at. Meet the winners. There you go. These are the key stats. But anyway, like, just so I can have this up because it's boring just looking at one thing at the time like this. Like, so yeah, when Enzo Fernandez scored that goal, I don't want it to play. Do not play. Do not play. Do not play because I am not getting this channel blocked. Not for no one. Not for no one. Not for no one. But yeah, look at their route into to the final, right? Like, Chelsea have to face Ginn. In fact, excuse me. So, and they're just going to disrespect Servette. All right. But yeah, so played again, had Panathinaikos. Oh, let me get back onto the game, Real Betis. So, all right. So, against Real Betis. So, basically, I looked at it. I'm like, yo, Enzo Fernandez gets the equalizer. Then Nicolas Jackson said he scored with his chest for an apology. Now, that's 2 assists from Cole Palmer. The assist, crazy work. And then what was that? 2-1, right? So who scored the third one again? Oh, the third one was from Jadon Sancho. The third one was from Jadon Sancho, and I think the assist was from Enzo Fernandez. If I can't remember who gave the assist, but that goal, if Jadon Sancho can have more confidence in his ability to score goals, oh, the numbers will rise if he stands permanently for us. And I know some people are gonna have their ifs and buts whether he should stay or not. But listen, we've got the Champions League football next season, so with us having a Champions League football next season, he has Champions League experience. He's been to the final. He's helped Borussia Dortmund while he was on loan from Man United to help. In fact, was it halfway through though? I can't remember the specific timing of when he went on loan. But either way, he went on loan and he helped them secure a final, and unfortunately, they lost, right? Now, that experience matters. It matters because he can be like, you know what, lads, I've been here before. Even Reece James, he could be like, listen, I've been here before. I've won it. You know what I mean? So, and he's the captain. Reece James is the captain, so it just makes sense. But as far as the confidence, he needs that confidence to believe that he can score goals. That's because he's dribbling his top tier. Don't ever get that twisted. People always want to disrespect Noni Madueke and Jadon Sancho, but no, you've got to understand the ability to run past players, yeah, and dribble and find a way to actually create a pass to get the assist. Like, I don't think sometimes I feel like some people don't watch football properly. Like, they think it's always about scoring goals. Yes, scoring goals matters, but there's a role that certain players play. You understand? There's a specific role that they play, and once you understand the role that they play, then you will understand. Okay, this person is a decent player. You know what I mean? For example, this is why I forgot what's called now. This is why the for example, the defensive midfield is like one of the most disrespected. Like, people are understanding it now, but it's like kind of the most disrespected and underrated positions. Do you know what I mean? People are rating Caicedo. Don't get it twisted. But even before that, people are rating Kante. Cool. Even before that, people are rating, John Obi Mikel and Claude Makélélé and them man there. But they wasn't really rating it like that. You know what I'm saying? They was not rating it. In fact, I swear Jorginho also was nominated for a Ballon d'Or as well, if memory serves me correct, and I think he finished third. The time when Chelsea won the second Champions League, I'm pretty sure. I'm I'm pretty sure of it. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure though. Um, that aside though, um, yeah. So people need to understand. I'm not saying that Jadon Sancho is not a defensive midfielder, but that leads me on to talking about the fourth goal scorer, which was Moises Caicedo. Yeah, that goal was top tier. This guy is always scoring in the last game of the season, like last game of the season, and there's always bangers. It's never like a simple, easy goal. Like he just whacks it into the goal like cold. But no, it's good to see both Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo both on the score sheet. Like, hey, mind you, yeah, like, like I said, he's not really. I don't think people understand his role specifically. Enzo Fernandez, I'm talking about. But other than that, um, it's like he's to me he's like a number 8, but also like a number. Anyway, I won't even get into position right now because this ain't the time for that. This is just reacting to the final, right? But yeah, man, I feel like with what Chelsea done, they've done it in a way where if they're in the competition, they're going to win it. We got dropped down to the. In fact, this is bringing me on to the next one, right? In fact, before I even get to that, I do want to say, yeah, I think it's so great that Chelsea won this, yeah, and here's why. If you look at the route that Chelsea got to the final, right, to even be in the competition in the first place, we never finished in Europa League conference position. Just letting you know that. We finished 6th in the season before. Yeah. We finished 6th. It was because Manchester United won the FA Cup. So that meant we had to go drop to the Europa Conference League. Fair play. Cool. If you're gonna be in it, we're gonna be in it to try to win it. That's exactly what we did. Now, if we go through the league phase first, right? So that's the group stage, right? So um we beat Ghent 4-2. Panathinaikos, we beat them 4-1. We beat Noah 8-0. We beat Idenham 2-0. We beat Astana 3-1. We beat Shamrock Rovers 5-1. And then in round of 16, we beat Copenhagen 2-1. And the game that we lost against was the one against Copenhagen where we lost 1-0. But thankfully, because of the deficit, so not deficit, because we had already scored 2 goals in the previous game, it meant that we went through. You know what I mean? Otherwise, that would have been disastrous. Anyway, so quarterfinals, Legia Warsaw, we beat them 3-0. Then in the second leg, we beat them 2. Oh, no. I'm wrong here. Sorry, my bad. I read that wrong. We beat Copenhagen 1-0. Don't in the second leg. Sorry, with Legia Warsaw, who we lost to. Sorry. I knew we lost to someone, but I literally forgot who it was. And I read that wrong because 2 words ceased. Anyway, doesn't matter. No excuses. Anyway, quarterfinals, Legia Warsaw, we won 3-0. And then we lost the quarterfinals 2-1. And we because I remember we lost at home. That's why I got that confused. Anyway, but we still won on aggregate 4-2. Semi-finals, Djurgården. We beat them 4-1. And then we beat them 1-0 in the second leg. And then in the final, we beat Real Betis 4-1. So, as far as Chelsea Football Club is concerned, as a Chelsea fan, obviously I'm going to have to rate who is Chelsea's player of the tournament of the Europa Conference League. For me personally, I'm going to have to say Jadon Sancho. I'm going to have to say, or should I say Jadon Sancho? I think I'm being a bit biased here. You know what I mean? Because he's South London and that. You know what I mean? Getting there where it started. Now, all right, look. Who would I say? Who would I honestly say is? No, it's Cucurella. It's Cucurella. It's Cucurella. Each and every single time, Cucurella. It's Cucurella, 100%. If we're talking attacking wise, the best person in regards to attacking wise, I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna say Tyreek George. If anything, you know what I mean? Because he put in a shift. He put in a shift. Yeah, man. It's easy for people to want to dismiss this, but anyway, I digress. I'm gonna get into this real quick. We want no. You know what? No. You know what? Let's do it this way.